Hey guys, Andrew here with Unlocked, your daily key to open up your heart to God. We've got an allegory today for our devotion, and allegories are really interesting to me because you can sometimes learn some things that you wouldn't learn any other way, and it also really makes you think. So stick with me here as we take a look at The Landkeeper, written by Kramer. There's a land beyond the river. A perfect land, not flawed like our own. But the journey is so difficult that it requires perfection. Since nobody's perfect, nobody is good enough to make it to the land. No one. No matter how good they are. No one, that is, except the Landkeeper. Because of his perfect nature, he rules and dwells in the perfect land. His land. He's perfectly loving, but also perfectly just. And perfect justice cannot admit the guilty to the perfect land. And we're all guilty of a lot of things. A perfectly just landkeeper can't allow guilt to go unpunished without ceasing to be perfectly just. Just like a jury can't allow a criminal to go free and commit further crimes and still serve justice. So the Landkeeper can't let us do whatever we want and say, oh, that's okay, just come into my perfect land anyway. But because of his perfect love, he can't stand to be apart from us either. Now he's got a dilemma. That is, for you and me, it would be a dilemma. But the Landkeeper knows exactly what he's doing. Perfect justice demands a penalty. But perfect love demands reconciliation. So he decided to pay the penalty himself. He sent his son to our land. There, the son willingly sacrificed himself, executed in our place, to pay for our admission to the land. But some of us have ignored the land, the Landkeeper, and his son's sacrifice. The problem is this. All of us will one day have to cross the river and face the Landkeeper. And only those who recognize the son's sacrifice will be admitted to his land. So let's talk about this. This allegorical story points to the true story of the gospel, or the good news, that God created us to live in relationship with Him and others. But we rejected Him and chose sin, causing brokenness and death. But through Jesus, God has made a way for us to be free from sin and death, so that we can be with Him and with His people forever. To dig deeper into the truths in today's devotion, check out Genesis chapters 1 through 3, Isaiah 59 verse 2, John chapter 3 verse 36. There's several other verses like Romans 8:22 through 24, 1 Corinthians 15, 3 through 4, and Revelation 21, 1 through 8. Take a look at those passages. Take a look at those verses. And if you have questions, who's a trusted Christian in your life who you can talk to about these truths? Now, I would encourage you to read all those verses that I mentioned, and also to read John chapter 3, verses 16 through 18. As well as Romans 3:23 and 6:23. As we read in Isaiah 53 verse 6, all of us, like sheep, have strayed away. We have left God's path to follow our own. Yet the Lord laid on Him, Jesus, the sins of all of us. Unlocked is a service of Keys for Kids Ministries. How would you like to write for Unlocked, just like Warren did in our devotion today? Take a look at unlocked.org. We've got a page on there with the writer's guidelines and everything, and you can submit things to be possibly published in our next edition of Unlocked. Until next time, I'm Andrew, encouraging you to live life unlocked, opening the door to God in your life.